Hey guys, it's We Ninja One. I'm back with another video. So I got a challenge from one of the viewers on YouTube asking me to do a tree farm, automatic tree farm from BuildCraft only. You know, I wouldn't make a habit out of doing these challenges, but I already had a thought in advance before the challenge that I wanted to do something like this. So I thought I'd do it. But I did a little search on YouTube and I already found, you know, at least a couple of people who have already done this using BuildCraft only. So I thought, you know, I'd make it a little bit more interesting and combine BuildCraft and RedPower to do this. The good thing about RedPower is that it allows you to do things like this rather easily. So, you know, I don't claim to have a great idea here, but you know, this is my idea. I'm gonna show you how I did it. I'm gonna show you in progression from a manual step all the way to completion. um, so you're gonna see how you know how my thought process went. All right. So the first thing that of course you have to do is to build a quarry. A quarry is going to break the blocks within its boundaries and collect the blocks. That includes tree. So that's a given fact. So if you have the ability to plant a tree within the boundaries, then you should be able to collect the wood and the sapling that will result of the quarry breaking the blocks. Okay, so but my idea is this. So with RedPower, I'm gonna use 3 deployers and then just a regular piston here, right? So what I want to do first is to push a block using the deployer. You push a dirt block here, or deploy it, and then push it over here. The second deployer is gonna plant a sapling, and finally the third deployer is going to put a piece of bone meal on it to make it grow. Alright, so that's the manual process. I'm going to demonstrate it. I have you know, 4 push buttons here that allows me to show you that process. So first, dispense the dirt block. Okay, secondly, push it over. Okay, third, plant the sapling. Alright, and then finally put a piece of bone meal there. Voila, you got a tree. Okay, so that's the manual process. Again, I don't claim this to be a very great idea. I think it's so trivial that you know, I'm not surprised if some other people have already done it. But I'm just making this claim. I didn't watch any video of people doing this. This is what I thought of, and I wouldn't be surprised if other people have the same idea. Okay, so that's the manual step. Now I went one step further. I thought I would combine all those manual steps into one single button, and the way I did that was through RedPower's what do you call this thing? I think this is called the repeaters. Yeah, sorry about that. So the repeater, with the repeater you can set an amount of delay in between steps. So as you can see, when I press the button, it's gonna delay a little bit here before going to the next step, which is the piston, and then it's gonna go through another delay here and do the next step and so forth. So I you know, so if I press this button right now, you're gonna see that tree pop up. Boom. So that's kind of a semi-automatic process. Now I wouldn't want to do this on a regular basis, you know, going around my tree farm and keep pushing buttons. So I thought I would replace that one button with a timer. So this timer is also from RedPower. I set it for 60 seconds. Every 60 seconds it's gonna replicate that push button over there and plant a tree for me. Okay, and the rest is exactly the same as before with the delay in between. Okay, so now I have a mechanism, a somewhat automatic mechanism of planting these trees, except for the fact that I don't have any mechanism for filling these things yet. So I'm not gonna do that in this video. Maybe when I fully finish this thing, I'm gonna show you the finished video. All right. So just one last thing here that I thought I'd do is just to show you guys that you can bury these things using, and then use covers also with redstone to make it look nice. So still, it's almost automatic. You know, you can run pipes, BuildCraft pipe all the way to over here. Where the quarry has collected, you know, the sapling, and have it automatically filled up for you. Another note I want to mention is that BuildCraft, especially the quarry, you can see the animation is very quick at this point. I think BuildCraft, the quarry spends a lot of time calculating what the next block is to break it down, and so you see these freezes, right? It freezes a little bit and then it jumps to the next one. I think that the quarry will have a much easier time if you have an area with a lot of contiguous blocks for it to break. You see that? That's very smooth right there. Now when it goes to the end, now it's going to freeze. Now it has to calculate where the next block is. It's going to jump like way over here. So even though you see that it's very laggy, kind of laggy, it's actually working, and the proof is that, you know, you can see the sapling and the wood blocks are being collected. Here I just have a diamond pipe that allows me to separate the wood and the sapling. Okay, just one last thing. Again, this has to do with the quirkiness of the quarry. If for some reason the trees are not planted, and there's no trees for no other block for the quarry to break, what we will do is it kind of go into a shutdown mode. And the reason for that is that it can't break any of the bedrocks. And yeah, so that's another point I want to make, is that anything you want to protect, you put bedrock above it so that the quarry won't touch it. So anyway, so if it sees that it cannot break any other blocks, it will just freeze. It will just go into a shutdown mode. And I found that the only way to get out of it is to log out and log back in. So I thought I'd get around that by doing this. So I always provide it with some dummy blocks here, or some garbage block, I call them. So anything that I collect from the quarry itself that that are not worth anything, I'll just route it in here. And if I don't have anything, I'll just put some in here, you know, some garbage block. Alright, so that those blocks get pumped into these two deployers, and then I have a timer here that pulses the deployer to occasionally just put some blocks over here into the boundary where the quarry will sense, and then try to knock it. So in a sense, you always have something for the quarry to do, and that keeps it alive, so it won't go into the shutdown mode. Okay, so I think I've shown you guys you know, my thought process of going from how to plant a tree and how to automate it step by step, using a quarry from BuildCraft and also some components from RedPower. I hope it's useful. I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of it, and please leave a comment. Thanks a lot. Bye.